Well, people have got to eat some crow on this one. Turns out Ironheart actually made the Nielsen Ratings Chart. Sort of. But that way, sort of. Okay, let me explain what I mean by sort of. Yes, it made the Nielsen Ratings Chart, but that's because they released 3 episodes at a time. When you look at the numbers for each individual episode, there's no way in hell it would have made it. But it didn't make the Nielsen chart, so I've got to eat some crow there. Sort of. Okay, let's get into this so you'll understand what I mean. This article here from Cosmic Book News. Marvel's Ironheart makes Nielsen ratings. Is it a hit? No, you criminal. No, it's not. It's not a hit. Hey, we got to give credit where credit is due, right? Yeah, we do. Ironheart has made the Nielsen Ratings Chart, something even Daredevil Born Again didn't do. And again, as I was saying, if Daredevil Born Again didn't make the Nielsen charts, I wasn't expecting Ironheart to make it at all. But apparently, when you decide to release it in batches and people want to see just how badly you screwed up, some actually check it out. However, the catch is that Ironheart landed on the Nielsen charts by dropping 3 episodes at once, while Daredevil only released single episodes or 2 at a time. Yeah, again, like I say, that is it. With 3 episodes released at a time, that also happens to give us the average per episode, which in all honesty isn't such a good number. So here's the Nielsen charts here, right? And as you can see at the top is Squid Game, because yeah, Squid Game is Squid Game. Love Island USA, The Waterfront, Ginny and Georgia, The Bear, and at number 6 here is Ironheart with 526 minutes, yeah. And they have here 3 episodes. This is for the first week, yeah. After you have Trainwreck, Poop Cruise, America's Sweetheart, Dallas Cowboys, Cheerleaders, We Were Liars, and Stranger Things. Is Stranger Things still going on? Okay, well, yeah, pretty much done there, but guess it's still going. And then you have here top 10 original series, and Ironheart is at number 7, right there, right? So it made its time. But when you look at the minutes here, you'll see the problem, and I'll go into that more. For the week, the first 3 episodes of Ironheart were released. The ratings came in at 526 million minutes, which is an average of 175 million minutes per episode. So again, if this had been released with each episode weekly, each episode only comes to that 175 million. And when you look at the Nielsen charts, the one down to the bottom here is Stranger Things, and that has 380 minutes, right? So had Ironheart released individual episodes, it would have never made it onto the chart. But because they released 3 episodes, that's how it crawled its way in. That's at least better than Echo's 5 episode drop, which averaged 146.2 million minutes an episode. And like I told somebody, I said, I knew Echo was going to be a disaster, which is why I didn't even watch it. And then the person decided to accuse me of, oh, I just don't like Native American and people with with disabilities. And I then proceeded to ask, was the show good? I know the response I got, that don't matter. Yeah, because you're supposed to love it just because of those superficial things, right? Yeah, that makes sense. The next week, when the final 3 episodes were released, Ironheart had 536 million minutes, which averages to only 87.6 million minutes. So here's the thing. It dropped, right? The first first 3 episodes that they come out with, right? Came out to 526 million minutes, which is an average of 175 million minutes per episode. The second batch of 3 episodes came in at 536 million minutes. So you would think, okay, that's more. But when you average it out to each individual episode, it comes in at only 87.6 million minutes. So there was a drop. You understand me? There was a drop. That shows that people tuned out. However, it's probably safe to say a majority of those minutes were for the final 3 episodes and not all 6 episodes. Well, yeah, because that's what they try to average it out all together. When it came to the final, so like I said, people just probably check it out because they hear that, Mephisto was in it and she's going to make a deal with the devil, and they're going to say, well, let's see just how far this criminal is willing to go. Spoiler, she made a deal with the devil, and that's pretty much shows the level of stupidity of that show. Previously released Marvel series haven't seen a boost from binge watching, so it's likely the same for Ironheart. That said, if fans did tune in to binge watch, it also likely means some fans stopped watching after the first 3 episodes and didn't tune in for the final 3, as the number of minutes watched is basically the same. We can also point out if the individual episodes were released, they definitely would never have made the Nielsen Ratings Chart. So again, it's because of my point. Yes, it made the Nielsen charts, sort of. It made the Nielsen charts by releasing 3 episodes at a time in 3 episode batches. But had they released individual episodes, this would have never even sniffed the ratings chart. Who wants to bet Daredevil Born Again Season 2 will follow the same path and that Disney will now be releasing episodes in 3 episode chunks? Yeah, I don't doubt that at all. I think they may very well look to do that because Disney realizes that they're in trouble. They're in serious trouble. But even if they do release it in 3 episode batches, all people have to do is not watch it, wait until it's 3 and then watch it. That's it. Every time Disney thinks to themselves, you know what? We're smarter than you, so we're going to do this. They always come to figure out, the fans are the ones with the real power, and they could just say, you know what, screw you and this shit, we don't have to watch it. That's it. That's all they have to say, and that's the end of all of that. But it is what it is. With Ironheart having such a poor viewership and a high cost, it's looking like Ironheart will not be getting a season 2. I don't even know why I got a season 1, but okay. The series was also filmed 3 years ago and nothing has been announced by Disney or Marvel. Why would you put it out? Is my question. Why? Head writer and series creator Chinaka Hodge recently admitted that Ironheart Season 2 depends on viewership ratings. Well, that's not going to happen, sweetheart. Which we now know aren't good. Similar to She-Hulk, Secret Invasion, and Ms. Marvel, it seems as if Ironheart won't be moving forward a second season. Probably going to show up in Avengers Doomsday because everybody and their Aunt Betty is going to be there, so why not? At one time, these Disney Plus shows were intended to be a significant part of the MCU, but that plan has since been scrapped. They won't even directly tie into the movies. Instead, there will be less content and the budgets have been slashed. You won't see any more 200 million plus MCU shows. I doubt that. I think that, there are going to be more because Disney is going to give the people money. No matter how much they lose, and if one show does kind of good, they're gonna jump right back into doing the same shit again. That's what they're gonna do. Feige basically recently said the films have suffered because no one watched the Disney Plus shows. Yeah, because it was flicking homework. You needed to watch like 5 god-awful Disney Plus MCU shows just to go and see the next movie. Who wants to do that? And specifically mentioned Miss Marvel as a reason for there being no interest in the Marvel. That was ridiculous. People didn't like the Miss Marvel show. Yes, people didn't like Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. People barely even knew who the hell Monica Rambeau was. What were you expecting? Up next for Disney Plus from the MCU includes Wonder Man premiering in December. I don't know anybody was a care about that, but all right. Followed by Daredevil Born Again in season 2 in 2026, and Vision Quest is in the works, where they have cut down on the CGI because they have no more money. Yep, that's what it is. So yeah, people, good old Riri Iron Criminal Williams made the streaming charts, made the Nielsen charts because they released 3 episodes at that time. Am I going to have to eat some crow? Maybe just a little. But again, it is what it is. It made the streaming charts, yes, but if they had released individual episodes, it wouldn't have made crap because overall the show was terrible and the ratings were garbage. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion. And yes, I am giving credit credits due. It did still make it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.